Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delete of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Engage squadron. Zordy, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Locked.
Hostile eliminated.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! Shit, where the
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Exterminated! We're being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. We can't put up a decent fight. Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Bombs away. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come.
Nickel.
Take them down.
Nickel.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Fire at the air gun.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Column 1, Box 2. They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them.
Position behind Bandit.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
Missile! Evading! Brilliant!
Column 4, Box 2. Trigger, there's one more to go.
Ammunition 0.
Heads up! Bandit behind you! Missile! Right now! Enemy is under flow. In pursuit. Skull 4. Enemy has locked me.
Ammunition 0. Ammunition 0. Nickel.
Column 1, Box 2.
Nickel. Nickel.
On his tail.
Ammunition 0.
Bandit is in my sights.
Protect the radar vehicle! Return fire!
Caution. Pull up.
Phase 2. Locking.
Caution. Nickel.
Box 2.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Ammunition zero. Ammunition zero.
Bandit acquired. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manual. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback for those core merchants. Type your manual in a language we can understand. Warning, bandit!
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Ammunition zero. Missile.
Breaking! Fox 2. Everything's been burned down.
Locked on.
In position behind bandit. Break!
Missile.
Missed.
Bandit has a rocket.
Ammunition zero. Caution.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
The target's not hit.
Pull up.
They shot down one of us. Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Locked on. Break!
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Way to go.
Enemies locked on.
Target is hit.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking. Are you telling me we can't even avenge a fallen?
Fox 2.
Keep your mind focused.
5 targets remaining.
All transports have been destroyed. But what are they carrying?
Breaking to escape off. Warning, bandit on your 6. Enemy's airstrikes have fallen. We're done for. Caution, hostile at the radar lock.
Missile. Missile.
That's a miss.
Hitting enemy missile. I've got the number of hammer strike.
Target destroyed.
Column 3, Fox 2. Got the course. Enemy on your rear.
Missile.
Rename over clear ground.
Missile.
Column 3, has to bail out now.
Rover 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
4 targets remaining. 3 targets remaining.
Missile. 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 Caution.
Red light coming. Break.
Fox 2.
Enemy on your rear. Rocket fire. Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. H2 has crashed. What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones.
Missile.
Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them.
Locked on.
HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
UAV confirmed down.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Golem Squadron, surround them.
H2, missile launch.
Missile. Missile.
H2, bandit on your 6.
Missile. Missile.
Break! Missile incoming!
Missile. Missile.
Target was not struck.
Missile. Missile.
Don't try to read their movements.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
Being locked onto.
Missile.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go. Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
Bandits are in the clouds. He's mine. He's not getting away.
Don't ice up in there.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Missile.
There's a bar I want to try.
Missile.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
H2, enemy has a radar lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Caution, enemy on your tail.
Missile. Missile.
They won't show up on the radar.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. H2, missile launch. Locked.
So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
You're mine. I'll make it quick.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. Now is the time to... The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's...
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Missile.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Missile.
Your main thing and put it down.
Missile. Missile.
Flex 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile launched.
Missed.
Bandit acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Corridor.
Missile.
Fire. Now.
Missile.
Bandit locked.
Missile. Missile.
I lost control.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly paused.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Where are our reinforcements? Cobra reinforcements. We're taking too much damage.
Missile. Missile.
They got me.
3 remaining.
Missile.
Flex 2.
Missile.
Eject. We got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now. Break.
Where'd he go?
Enemy has a lock on you, Mage 2. Target was not struck.
Attacking from directly behind the enemy. Gargoyle squadron, chase them down.
Mage 2 locked.
Fox 2, get him.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Missile.
Phase 2, break, missile.
Missile. Missile warning. Stall warning.
He escaped into the clouds.
Mage 2's in the clouds.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
We have him on the horizon. Don't let up. Bandit acquired.
Mage 2, missile away.
Missile.
Attack this.
Gollum 4, Fox 2. Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Enemy is firing.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Maybe he's crazy to take a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Missile.
What the hell?
Missile.
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Golem 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Grid push, feeling out. Give me a hand. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. I've lost control.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Continuing attack. They got me.
3 remaining.
He escaped into the clouds. Breaking to escape lock. Acquired lock on bandit. Firing. Eject. We got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now.
Missile launched.
Target acquired. Launch 2. Enemy right here. I can't see you. Flag going out. Fire now. Break it.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight. Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break!
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Delta 1.
Units are fast as
About that
hell.
monster.
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
What is that thing? God help us. God, not just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
I can't get a read on these bandits. He's dodging everything I throw at him.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. I'm coming on here.
Missile incoming!
Fox 2. I can't get a lock. We got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Find the situation.
Straight up. Find your own target. Before the enemy wears out.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming! What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority. Mage 2, talk to me, Mage 2!
UAV's close.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Scout 1. What do about that monster?
Missile.
Just waiting for mission command.
Missile.
Break, now!
Missile.
You'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're running!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Missile.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Missile.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Looks like it's that thing? God
Missile.
help us. He's talking out here, keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Dodging everything I throw at him.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here? This is gonna wear me out.
Missile.
Missile coming at me! Right up, right here on target.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
Skeleton 1, 6-6, Commander. We got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Fast as hell.
That beast range missiles on some serious shit. Rock acquired.
Missile.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Missile. Missile.
Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
0.
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Focus your fire.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Missile.
Coming. What's the plan?
Missile.
Where's that report?
Missile.
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Evade! Control ground. I'm breaking it up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they noticed earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Bandit has a lock on me. Missile headed for friendly. Golem 4, Fox 2.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. This is getting a little tight. Yowza!
Mage 2, missile away.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack!
One bandit, SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile! Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Twin tips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run!
Damn it, I can't break away!
Missile did not connect.
Golem 4 box 2. Not on my watch.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-grade aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Tech meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
This is for who we lost.
Missile headed for a friendly.
Entering clouds.
Column and Main Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of France.
Let Column and Main Squadron handle it. They'll pull through.
Get your asses out.
Star warning.
Missile launched. The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired.
Does Main Squadron still have their hotshot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Main, we know you were dead. Okay.
Mage 2, UAV down.
Main Squadron, get those things off my ass!
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
A few seconds could mean life or death for him. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Don't blink, focus.
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. Got the say. We owe him one.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Device formation in the clouds.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what?
Pull up.
Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
cleared for landing. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank right. 1500 to runway. Mage 2, lower nose, you're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Column 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator. As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's